Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, fam? What's going on? I see one person watching. So, since the state of Michigan doesn't want anybody out and about, you'll see that they're using a little bit of weather manipulation. I don't know if you can really tell, but it's raining outside. It's a pretty good little bit that it's raining. Now, if you noticed from my buddy Triples, Lost Grimoires of Necromancy, showed earlier today, it wasn't raining at all. So, what do you do on shitty weather days, especially in a hotel? Here's what you do. You cook up some steak in the microwave. Do up some mashed potatoes, and you got yourself a full meal. Almost like being at home. Almost. But when they try to kill your spirits, you just have to overcome them. In this case, I went out to smoke, stopped by the front desk, asked them, y'all have any salt and pepper since y'all ain't making any food? Any packets? They said, oh, well, we have these. I had some salt and pepper shakers. So I was like, okay, that'll work. So I got a couple of nice ribeye steaks. And taters for while we're stuck inside. Because it's not nice enough weather to go tiddly bop around and all. Which is fine. I'm used to having to play the waiting game. I mean, shit, we've been doing the waiting game for the last, I don't know, 5,000-6,000 years. So, yeah. And some of you may have seen a couple videos and stuff. Triple today. I think there's been 5 of them so far. Maybe 6. One was talking about Mitch McConnell bringing up the whole Manhattan Project. And if you think about it, the Manhattan Project was the atom bomb, where they took a little bit of plutonium, wrapped it in a steel casing, and then had to figure out, well, ultimately they did several steel casings. And between each one of those steel casings, they had TNT lined all the way around. And the reason they did that, Because when they figured out where they had to put all of the primers for the explosions and all that, basically spark plugs, blasting caps, whatever. And they figured out where they had to put each one of them so it did an equal blast all at once to go and light off the next one, go the next one, until it got down to that itty bitty fist size bit of plutonium and all. It would take that steel jacket and just go like that. All it takes is one atom, technically one neuron of an atom, to spin out of place and hit something else, which causes a chain reaction of the atoms colliding. Now, whenever you take those chain reactions, what happens? It takes up massive space and volume. That's where you got your atom bomb from. Now, when he's talking about the Manhattan Project for the U.S. in the way of exponentially pushing money into the economy, you have your same basic steps. The economy would be your plutonium, and the rapid throw in of money would be your TNT and your detonators, primers, whatever you want to call them, all in the right place at the right time, and to go off exactly the same would cause the Manhattan Project, i.e. the atom bomb. Now, we know, unfortunately from experience, what the atom bomb does. Life can resume. Now, life is forever changed where it goes off. Now, party lines aside, Democrats, Republicans, Independent, don't matter. All the parties have been trying to set this off for a long time. But now you have the perfect storm of everything coming around. You got all the states, which would be your layers of steel shell, that are yearning for something. The government would be your blasting cap or detonator, whatever the hell. The plutonium inside of there is not actually the people just in the U.S. It's the economy worldwide. If we were to flood the system right now, which they want to do, it would destroy everything. And the only reason that is because of the central banking systems. When you look at the central banking systems, most of them are owned by Jacob Rothschild. A handful are owned by the Rockefellers. And last I knew, there was 5 that went to 3 that had no central banks. Well, countries that had central banks. So if all of the Rockefeller ones were there and all the Rothschild ones fell, do you think the stabilization would hurt the Rockefellers? Absolutely. That's that wave effect. They're still going to get hit. Maybe not destroyed, but hit. And people are going to look at, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Well, why don't we do what we used to do? These are gold, silver, precious metals, all that. When you bring that up as a way to back a currency, you're looking at the original system the United States are using, i.e. gold and silver. Or you have the NESARA, just saw a thing going on where you're using gold, silver, and precious metals and minerals and all that to back the economy for the value of the money.
Go back to the.
Or, like my partner's saying, why don't we go back to beads and all that? Would be a form of the barter system. Well, when you have the barter system, that would work off of gold, silver, precious metals, and minerals and stuff, which was probably the best way of actual commerce between people. Because what one person saw it as a value, another person saw it as another value. Like these old coffees. Kind of cute and adorable. First time I've ever used a Keurig. But would somebody be willing to trade a half a dozen of those for a bowl of potatoes? I think so. Or some ribeye steak. If I had a half a dozen of those, I'd trade somebody for a ribeye steak and some potatoes. But to me, those would be better. Than little coffees. But you know, people are addicted to coffee too, so there's a market. Now this all comes down to not letting the big corporations take over corner markets. Like the people tried to do for the pandemic. Somebody said toilet paper. People went out and bought 10, 15, 20, $100,000 worth of toilet paper. You know. But you know, they can't return it now. Now they're stuck. They may have the corner on the market for their area. But guess what? That toilet paper don't mean shit now. About as much as those dollar bills you got in your pocket. Well, I don't know, they might be more valuable. Although now that you have so much, it's not worth even the shit ticket. But just thought I'd jump on here real quick. Throw a little bit of info out. Though it may seem more like rambling. But yeah. Weather manipulation, plus what the politics is doing. Maybe it's time to educate a lot of people. It's like the person up at the front desk. I asked him if he's ever heard of weather manipulation, weather controlled by the government. He said no. I said, would you believe that they've been doing it for a long time? And he's employee of the month, which means he's the best little sheep they've got here, probably. So, doubtful we're going to change his mind. Though it's been going on since 1964 or 46 when I looked it up. He might be the best. But I'll get off here. Y'all have a good day. Have fun. Oh, I don't know if it's buffering or not. Doesn't show me that it's buffering. But I'm gonna jump off here. Finish up my ribeye steak and my mashed potatoes. And enjoy the life. Yeah. You know what happens when they turn on the wind generators, right? It affects all the signal, all the particulates in the air. Get in there, mess up the frequencies. Something to think about.